I chose Italy and then Ferrara to study. It was a really good opportunity for me. My internship, it lasted a month, and my research hours, it was from 8 to 3, but it depended a lot on what they were doing. If they were doing a lot of experiments, we had a longer day, so I stayed until 5 or 4. But there were days that there weren't as much experiments, so I could stay from 8 to 12. It depended on the day, but basically it was from 8 to 3. There were a lot of projects going on. Mine, it was about the aortic valve, about hematopoiesis, but there were so many projects going on. There was a printer that was going to help develop a model that would simulate the aortic valve, and it was really nice to see that going on. As I got to Ferrara, I got a notification that I was going to know the project, and I had this really great welcoming. There was Paula, which is the chief of the experiment, and a lot of master degrees and doctor degrees. And I got to the lab, and with each day, I got to spend the day with one of them. And it was really nice because they wanted to make sure that I was learning. Even though I didn't speak Italian, they made sure to speak English all the time for me to understand what was going on. And at the end of the week, I had to make this report about what was going on in the lab and tell what I learned, which program they were developing. It was really nice. I learned a lot, and they sent me these articles which I could read to learn more about this project. And I felt really good in there because they wanted me to learn. They made sure of it. I learned a lot about cultivating stem cells. Just to see the project, and also I learned a lot about, I had experiments, I saw them, and before that I only read about them. I didn't know what was going on actually. So being able to see experiments that I had only learned from a class or something, it was so rich. I could really understand the whole process. PCR, for example, we did one, and I remember getting out of the lab thinking I finally understood about it. Personally, I believe that my main improvement, it was communication. To communicate in English, to communicate in another language. It felt really different, and it was such a great improvement for me. And also to get to know other people in other cultures, it was great. It's such a great opportunity because I can get in touch with another students from different courses and get to know their own perspective. That's one of the main things I think. For high school students, it's a great opportunity to go there. They get to know different students, different courses, and they will learn about themselves. They will learn what they like, what's the best for them. And not only medical students to be there, but also biology, physics, lots of courses. And the masters, the people they were doing their masters, they had so many courses, different courses. It was really lots of people. So I think maybe even if you don't know what you want, it will help you a lot to decide. At the end of this month, I felt really excited about research, and one thing that caught my attention, it was a 3D printer that was going to simulate our aortic valve, and I left really excited about it, thinking what a 3D printer could do. I still don't know in which field I want to be, but I left really excited about this 3D printer and about models it could do. So maybe in the future I will see more about this. At the end of the exchange program, I got a certificate from the 4 weeks that I stayed there at the lab. I also got a recommendation letter, and I got this really good experience that it made me want to do more, to learn more about research. So as soon as I came back to Brazil, I tried to find a new project because I felt really excited about it. I came back to Brazil and I engaged in another research project. I believe that it made me in contact with research and this scientific world, something that I didn't have before. So it really changed me. I was scared of research before. I was scared of the unknown. And being able to do that in Ferrara, it really changed how I think, how I feel about it. Ferrara is such a nice city. I felt really safe to be in there. I walk it all the time, and I felt safe enough to walk at night to go to my dorm space. Something that I have no habit to do, but I felt safe there to walk whenever I want and in each time that I wanted. About transportation, there were lots of ways to get where you want to be. People there, they walk on the bike all the time. I didn't do it, but lots of people did. And it has this really great bus system. It can take you wherever you want at the city. Ferrara also has really great food. It has the best ice cream, it has the gelato, and wherever you go, you're going to eat really good food. I got pizza and pasta. It was so good. It has this beautiful castle in the city center where you could go. Lots of museums. You get to know a really beautiful city. I got to make a lot of friends. We went to a gelato. Sometimes we went out. We've been to the movies close to my dorm. It was great. We went to eat and to try different things. It was really nice.